Meanwhile, I'm in a box in Costco needing help, and she's like, "Hey, let's make this happen. Work with me."
Just a second. Let me get the phone fixed so I can see this on video. Been well on.
Live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Hello, Renee.
Hello, really? We've been home all day.
If you're wondering about the fashion I wear,
Here's what happened. Flip has not enjoyed the lighting part of this. We also have had issues in the kitchen. So I made some suggestions. I had a couple of ideas. Well, he took not one of the ideas, but all of them. And now we're using all of the ideas.
we have a lot of light, so
Yeah.
we haven't had good lighting forever, and now I mean you can see shadows. We've got other issues to deal with, but we are lit up.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm afraid that flights are going to start landing here. You better get the lounge ready. That's all I'm saying. Happy post Thanksgiving to everybody.
Oh, this is the Tuesday after the Thursday.
Yes, it is. And here's the beautiful thing. I believe it is 27 to 9 right now.
Are you trying to make a Chicago the band reference in terms of time based on the Ohio State Michigan football score?
Well, not after you put it that way.
Isn't that that's a Chicago 25 or 6-4.
Yeah.
This is 30-20. What was the score?
27 to 9.
27-9. Oh no.
Oh, yes. No touchdown scored by the team from up north. Woo.
I got to be honest. So
we had a rough day on Saturday.
We did a live at halftime, and at that point, by the way, for those of you who don't know, Rene, my partner, has a love affair with and has grown up in Ohio, and she's a love affair with the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's uncomfortable, aren't they?
No, that's uncomfortable.
Well, that's very right. And so she's a diehard, lifelong Ohio State football fan, and she has converted me this year since I had been following no college sports, no sports of any kind. So I'm like, all right. So the first quarter, especially of the big rivalry game of the year, Michigan Ohio State, got off to a rocky start. Truthfully,
for them and for us, the look on your face was a little scared. Up to this point, the games have been fairly mild. I may have been a little upset with the first couple of plays.
And again, if you're not a football fan, I get it. But we watched, and Ohio State ended last year as the national champions, and they came to this year, I think, ranked second or third preseason.
Yeah,
they beat University of Texas, and vaulted to one, and they've been one so far the rest of the season so far, and they've won pretty convincingly every game they played. So this Michigan game starts up, and one of the first offensive plays, Ohio State throws a interception. What?
And my head exploded.
Oh, it was milk shrapnel everywhere.
And Flip looks at me and he goes, you haven't been to see your aunt and your cousin since you got to Louisiana.
I was looking to unload, or I was looking to help her discover her roots. I think is a more apt way of putting it.
10 minutes into the game, you were ready to unload me to anybody that would take me at that point.
Well, again, don't get me wrong. I've enjoyed the season. I've enjoyed watching the games. I'm not crazed.
Me neither.
Oh, Yes, you are. No, you are.
Didn't
Like, surprise.
I?
Yeah. No, when there's here's the deal. When Ohio State gets off to an early lead and then builds on that lead, you're not a crazed fan. You're just a fan who enjoys watching how things are going. But the second it becomes like a nail biter, yeah, you're a little crazed. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
I'm surprised you didn't film it. What?
Nothing. I was thinking.
No, you weren't.
I
You
was-
were not thinking.
I was thinking an expletive deleted.
I'm surprised you didn't have that on video.
It never. You're right. It never occurred to me. It's always after the fact where I go, "Oh, this would happen." And she's like, "Why didn't you record it?" Oh. Meanwhile, I'm in a box in Costco needing help, and she's like, "Hey, let's make this happen. Work with me."
Just a second. Let me get the phone fixed so I can see this on video. And he's like, "Get me out of the box.
Such
Get me out of
an
the."
a-hole. What?
Who, you or me?
Well, you know what?
Tomato.
The world may never know.
They know who you were talking about.
I know. You know what? Here we go. Countdown.
Which is very exciting.
And we're back.
And we're back
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube,
Yep.
which is good.
Got two lovely folk. Let's see if we can figure out who they are. I don't know. Nope. No.
No,
So anyway, we had a lovely time on Saturday watching the game.
we put the pictures up of the dogs.
Oh, did we discuss what you were doing or no?
We haven't discussed it on the podcast.
Oh,
No, because I was keeping it a secret because I wanted the big reveal to be on, football Saturday.
Football Saturday, right?
So I spent most of last week sitting on the couch looking at 11 pictures of rescue dogs from the Paws.
Humane Society up in Wilmington, Ohio.
Yes. And trying to decide which ones looked more like quarterbacks, which ones should be on the line, what their numbers should be. Well, you can't put a Chihuahua in as the center. I needed a big, beefy dog. And you'd have thought somebody. I was looking for an Australian Shepherd because a lot of the kickers on the college teams are Australian. And I thought that would be really funny to have an Australian Shepherd, but there wasn't one at the shelter. And I'm thrilled there wasn't one. But we had a lot of big dogs, so it was hard to get the right ones for,
Speaking, can I tell a side story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Segue. So we now have, and I've had since June 2+ years ago, Storm the Road Comics Adventure Dog. Prior to getting her, however, I wanted a Greyhound. And the reason I wanted a Greyhound is I got a job at Phoenix Greyhound Park when I was 15, maybe. And I worked my way from walking the dogs, it's called being a lead out, through a host of other things, and eventually ended up training greyhounds for my own kennel. I mean, I didn't own it. I was just working as a trainer for a kennel when I was still in high school. Love greyhounds, absolutely love them. So I wanted to rescue a greyhound. So I called the...
You know what shirt he'd been in?
What?
Oh, if we'd have had a Greyhound at Paws?
Yeah.
What shirt do you think he would have been wearing?
I'm assuming
4! He'd have been in 4.
Because greyhounds are fast. And
They're fast. They're accurate.
yeah. So I called the Greyhound, like the National Greyhound Rescue Line, because there is one, I think.
Yes, there is.
So I called the Greyhound Rescue Line. I get a guy on the phone, and I go, this whole spiel. I grew up loving greyhounds. I worked with greyhounds. Now I'm in a position where I can have a dog, and so I want a greyhound. And so he said, well, we don't have any available now, but we're shipping some in from Europe, and we'll have one in 3 or 4 months, and it'll be like a couple grand. I'm like, no, 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 no. I don't want to. I don't want to like a breeder. I'm looking to like rescue a dog. Turns out there's no more rescues.
Really?
What had happened was around the country, I guess, most of the greyhound racing businesses had gone out of business.
Right. I remember when that happened.
And so when they went out of business, whatever dogs were rescued, and then they stopped breeding because they're not, I mean, to the degree that they're not breeding them for racing. And so they neither have the problem of breeding too many, nor do they have the problem of at 5 years old, they're no longer a viable racer.
Right.
But they still have like a greyhound, like a rescue foundation or whatever. I'm like, if I'm buying a dog that you have to ship in from Europe for a couple grand, that's not a rescue.
No, that's not a rescue. That's a dog purchase.
That's a dog purchase that someone is bred for the purposes of selling for a lot of money.
But thank God you picked Storm, because she made a great Coach Ryan day.
She was perfect.
She was perfect. But I spent most of last week, and people think we don't work unless we're on stage, on the sofa with the numbers and their positions and looking at dogs, dressing them in Ohio State football uniforms.
After 37 and a half hours of hard work using AI, she's like, I can't get it exactly the way I want. I can't get exactly right. It's not matching the dogs with the numbers to what I want. And I'm like, well, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. She's like, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just going to give what I got. And I'm like, good choice. And then 2 days later, she's like, I've just spent the last 2 days trying to make it perfect. I can't do it. All right. So
do you want to hear the return policy on me yet? I have you. Do you want to call my son and see if he'll take me back yet?
We have gone through the minimum mandatory keeping you a period of time. I believe.
Yeah, it was 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
He may have extended that.
He can't unilaterally do that. And quite frankly, no portion of the contract can be changed except for in writing and with the consent of both parties.
He just wanted me to go to a good home.
Yeah. I think that worked out well.
I think it worked out well. I eat well. I eat very well.
So how was your Thanksgiving? Speaking of food, nice transition. All right.
You know what they call that?
Segue.
That would have been a real segue as opposed to a segue.
Along with E and Jean is Tina.
Oh, hey, cousin Tina.
It appears they're watching on different devices.
Well, that's because look what a hard time we have. We can't watch on a little phone anything.
Well, that's right. That's true. I'm gonna switch this, and we're gonna put this.
Okay, so here, let me just tell you, he did do the best chicken.
Neither the Rene nor myself wanted turkey. We talked at length about it.
I don't like. I maybe like turkey right as you're having it on Thanksgiving. But the problem with turkey, especially with you and I, is going to be that we are now going to be eating it for
a week or better.
Yeah,
at least a week.
And I just couldn't do it. Didn't want to.
So what I proposed was we were going to get something that looked like a turkey, walked like a turkey, talked like a turkey.
You don't know that.
I don't, but smaller, like so a mini turkey, a tiny turkey, also known as a chicken. And so I roasted 2 whole chickens, and we had that. And you know what? I do a cooking show that I put out a new recipe every Sunday here on Road Comics Adventures on YouTube. And I didn't Tina. Rene was wrong. I did not record the chickens from Thanksgiving.
So we're going to have to cook them again.
We talked about it. She wanted me to. She asked me to. She begged me to. I didn't do it. Why? I'd never cooked chicken before, so I didn't know how it
You
was going to come
never
out.
roasted a chicken.
Yeah. I mean, I've cooked like chicken breast, chicken thighs, but like a whole fryer or whatever they're called. I've never done that before. By the way, fun fact: if you've never cooked a whole chicken before and you're putting it in
There
a
is a
roaster,
top and a bottom in there.
it's not completely obvious to the novice which end is up. No,
Which
I mean,
brings us to the other thing we spent last week doing.
what?
Google searching.
Oh, food porn?
No, well, yeah, food, edible
Markers that
markers.
where you could write up on food.
Which, by the way, you didn't hear this last night because you were doing one of your videos. I explained to my cousin Tina, my baby cousin, she's my little baby cousin, why we needed the magic markers.
So I don't. Did you post this?
The
'Cause-
food porn?
Well, I no the picture because I did not.
No, I did not. I have not yet because I was saving it.
So this is why we wanted. We
I explained it to her.
we wanted a marker for food.
You
This is
have
what.
to shed them on.
Well, of course. So you were just being silly. I don't know if
Here's what happened. Sometimes Flip can be a little naive.
Oh my
So
God,
he
that's funny.
says to me something about the mushrooms. We don't want them to go bad. They're not going to eat themselves. And at that point, as you well know, I am folded over in the chair, laughing like a wild woman. And he's going,
Well, no, I mean, again,
and then
she's like, I don't 100% love mushrooms, but I like the way you cook with them because a lot of times I saute them before and put them in scrambled eggs. She's like, they really soak up the flavor. They're delicious. But I bought a fairly good sized container from Costco, and I was concerned about them going bad. And so at one point, I'm like, we need to use mushrooms. They're not going to eat themselves. And she's like, By the way, Jim Leonard, I liked that egg deal. What did you name that? I don't know if that I don't really name anything. I mean, or when I do, they're weird names. Like I one time made an Asian dish, and when my kid came over, he was like, "Dad, did you mean to make curry?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to make curry." He goes, "Evidently you do." I'm like, "Well, I've never made curry. I don't know how to." And he goes, "Whatever you did, it was curry." So I wrote down all the things that I did, and I named that accidental curry. So the eggs I've never given a name to, but they're just really hearty. Not for breakfast anymore. Not just for breakfast anymore.
Right.
Scrambled
we
eggs.
usually eat that mid-morning, late morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes we will eat the egg breakfast and not eat any more the rest of the day.
And look, and I said this, I think, in the video, everybody knows how to make eggs, or most everyone knows how to make eggs. So it would be.
Side-eye me when you say that.
No, I didn't mean you. I'm just saying most people. So
yeah, I make crappy food.
So it'd be very easy to overlook that particular video. But if you really are interested in really flavorful, hearty scrambled eggs, and just so you know the way I cook, I'm not telling you how to cook. Like, spice it with the spices you want, spice it to the degree you want, spice to taste, your taste, not mine. And even the ingredients I use, very few things I make have ingredients that are absolutely necessary. Like if you're going to make a chicken dish, I guess chicken would be an important part of that dish.
Well, that's not true because sometimes you swap out pork for chicken.
Well, it's true. So, but is it Jim or Jimmy?
Well, I call him Jimmy.
Okay. Well,
Jim or.
Anyway, I don't have a name for it, but they're really, really.
You
really,
don't have a name for him either.
No, well, they're really good. So if you get a chance, I mean, in these eggs, I'm putting in, when I have them, green bell pepper, jalapenos, mushrooms, but very little
onions.
because onions. We're keeping the carbs down, so we're doing like smaller amounts. But pepperoni.
That's been a big blessing to me, and you started that because I was craving pizza so much.
That's true, and bacon crumbles,
But the best part, I hate to say it's the best part, but it is the best part, is the way you do the tomatoes, the
Oh.
little bits of tomatoes, because when you're low carbon, you're not getting a lot of sweet things. But those tomatoes that you put in those eggs, for some reason, it just brings out the sweetness.
So, and I don't know if it's true or not. The things I do are trial and error. I don't know if something works. I usually don't know why it works. I just know that it does. So through trial and error, what I found anyway is to put the tomatoes in at the very, very end. Like you put in all the things you want to saute, like the onions and the mushrooms and even the pepperoni and the bacon, and you saute that, and then you throw in the eggs, and then you start cooking it. When it's close to being done, then to add the tomatoes at the very end. And what happens is they cook really well, but they not too much. They retain their sweetness, but they don't get all mushy and gross. And it seems to work really well. So there's that. Jimmy Leonard left YouTube and he went to Facebook.
Well, look at you. He's flying around even when he's on the internet.
All true. All true. So what else? So we talked about, by the way, the whole thing with the chicken, I kid you not.
Best chicken I've ever, and that my grandmother made chickens, and oh, it was good chicken. But let's go back to the magic marker.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted the magic marker because the mushrooms look like something.
Well, everybody knows what a mushroom looks like.
Yes.
Except for Tina. By the way, Tina would be Rene's cousin.
My little baby cousin who has grandchildren, but that's beside the point. And I wanted to give them a tattoo.
The mushrooms, not the grandchildren.
Yeah.
Let's just be really clear about what we're talking about.
Well, that's pretty good. We're what, 40 minutes into this and before 20?
Yeah. So I have not yet ordered edible food markers, but I suspect it's in our future sometime soon. And it will end up becoming food porn. I have no doubt.
So here's what we now have. We now have pictures of mushrooms that you showed.
Right. They're not going to eat themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to give them little tattoos. And and we also have a picture of the chicken.
Yeah, that's right.
Where's your phone now?
I might misplace my phone.
Yeah, oh, really? Because I can see.
So what happened was, and this is the story I'm going to tell. Forget if it's true or not. It's the story I'm going to tell.
This is the story he wants to go with. Hang on a second. I got to get my...
Leave that wheel alone. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that if you cook chicken breast side down when you're roasting it, that it's moister? Now, the story I'm going to tell you is I knew that and did it on purpose. What the part of they don't tell you is you're supposed to turn it right side up for like the last 20, 30 minutes, which I didn't get around to doing. So when
not only that, let's tell the truth. Did you know you had it breast side down?
Oh, I had no idea. To the degree that when it got time for eating, I'm like I'm trying to get the chicken meat off the bird, and it's like, man, this must have been in really good shape. He's lean. He's really this chicken didn't have a lot of meat on the bone. It's just it must have been an athlete.
It was Jeremiah Smith, number 4.
So it was really disconcerting that I kept trying to pull chicken for our Thanksgiving dinner off the bird, and it was not giving it up. It was like it was holding on to its meat, so to speak. And so when I inadvertently turned it around, it turns out the meat was plentiful. There was lots to choose from.
The bird was a couch potato. after all.
Well, it's so here's the funny part. When I spiced it up, I got all kinds of spices and I patted it down, and then I had made some homemade enchilada sauce, which again there's a video for that. And then I took a food injector and I injected enchilada sauce throughout the chicken. And then I put enchilada sauce over the top as like a glaze. And so the last like 10, 15 minutes it was in the oven, I sprinkled mozzarella and Parmesan cheese over the tops of
So
it.
you couldn't tell what it was. So I'm taking pictures of it as it comes out of the oven because, first of all, I thought we were going to have video of it.
Which we don't.
None. And so we need a magic marker to write on the chicken. This end up with a little error.
Oh, that's right. But so here's the funny thing. I put cheese over the top, assuming that it would sort of
Which
melt.
actually wasn't the top.
No, I thought it was going to melt in the skin, and you pull the skin off along with the breast and the thigh, whatever. It would be delicious. But it turns out that it just coated the back of the chicken. Like in other words,
the little spine was well covered for the cold weather.
if it were laying out in the sun, that would have been like the sunblock. If it was laying on its stomach, it was as much of a waste of cheese as you could do. And the only thing I could have wasted the cheese more easily is if I just threw it in the garbage. Like we didn't get to enjoy any of the cheese. It was just.
But we got a big laugh from it when we realized the chicken was upside down. When he goes, this is, I can tell you, after living with this man since the middle of July, the words you don't want to hear from him. When he says that under his breath, I immediately get my phone. See, that's where you and I are different. Because while I'm yelling at the TV and screaming like some banshee at some kind of horrible bingo.
If that's not the chicken.
Oh, there. If you.
That was I'm having a problem with my ears. Segue. I'm now seeing if the you want to see a picture of that enchilada sauce? Look at that. Huh? You too can learn to make that at home. Right? Yum. Now, if you want to know how I made that chicken, Tina, no one knows because I forgot to record it. What?
I'm making a little motion with my hand, but when
Oh, is this it?
I know.
This is
this is why we need edible markers.
Yeah, because I totally
screwed the pooch
on this one. I mean, the chicken was amazing, but
I would have said screwed the chicken, but you couldn't have because you wouldn't have known which end was up.
As it turns out, there's not a lot of meat on the ass end.
Well, you know, it is what it is. Let's look like a murder scene. Trying to cut up that chicken.
It was horrible. Once we got the meat out, it was
oh my God, moist. He's got a lot of good tips. You gotta do another chicken video.
You know what? So okay, there's no prizes. But
oh no.
First one to guess.
I'm begging you. You know, I have no control over this.
First one to guess what this is, it'll make me laugh. Any idea?
Where is Rocky Smith when you need him? Ooh.
What?
Now, Cousin Tina's on here, and you know, she might have some experience.
Oh, she might actually know what that is. All right. So we covered Thanksgiving. Absolutely delicious. We had a great time. It was quiet. It was very nice. We expected my son to come over. That was fun. We hung out with the dog. That was fun. But there was no hoopla. We didn't go out the next day for Black Friday shopping, which I have never done and will never do. Oh, Jimmy Leonard is back on YouTube. He asked if that's a sock puppet.
No, but I like the way you're thinking.
I like where you're going with that, but that is not correct.
Jimmy, I can't wait for you and Christopher and him to be together and meet and hang out, because that to me, let's just say I'm going to make sure my camera is fully charged.
Not a bad
Because
idea.
what one of you don't think of, the other two will. It's not going to be safe, but it'll be funny. I guarantee you.
I have no doubt. No doubt. So what else have we been up to? It's an open forum. It's a round table.
Hey, look, did you not hear the part about how I was trying to dress 11 dogs?
New app available. That's all it says. New app.
I don't know.
No, that's Rene spent the last 3 weeks of her life trying to dress up real dogs, but in imaginary uniforms using AI. And I was watching Get Smart reruns, and
which led to Saturday football game,
and intermixing that with A-Team. You know that A-Team? I don't know where it's at, but they're running reruns, and I've been watching those. Fun fact, I like saying that today for some reason. Acting on the TV show The A-Team, not very good.
Well, and look what we did with. I don't know. How many of you remember growing up and watching the FBI on Sunday nights?
Oh my gosh, what a
shocker. Both of us thought that was probably the best show in the world, and he's got a way to find old episodes of stuff.
Right.
And so he downloaded the FBI, and we were so excited. And we decided, just for the fun of it, and this was right after I first moved here, we were going to watch a couple episodes on Sunday nights.
I didn't download it. We were streaming it.
Oh, yeah. We were streaming it.
Anywho, we thought it was going to be amazing. We both we both grew up watching, old cop shows, including the FBI and including Dragnet, which we still both like. But the FBI, shockingly,
was horrible.
It was unwatchable, actually.
Yeah, we watched one episode and went, I don't remember it being bad.
And we thought, well, maybe, just maybe, it was like early on in its inception, and so maybe they hadn't really got their legs underneath them. So we watched another episode that was several into either the first season or the second season. I forget which.
I think we went to the second season.
And it was equally as bad.
And we just said we won't stream these anymore and erased them.
Yep, we're out. You can't erase something that you're streaming.
I don't understand all of that.
Yeah. You cast stuff, I stream things. It's a whole system.
Yeah. But we did have a big laugh over the yelling of the numbers.
Oh my God.
That is funny because.
So yeah, we did a live stream at halftime during the Ohio State game, and what it got down, Rene, it is a long story. Rene and I both knew a comic. I knew him very, very early on in my career in Phoenix, Arizona. I was doing open mic nights, and he was too in Phoenix. And then we both sort of went our own separate ways, and we both ended up headlining.
And what's funny is sometime after you got finished with him, I picked him up as my friend.
And so
we became really good friends.
So, and he and I were friendly. I can't say not that I wouldn't have wanted to be a friend, but we were just friendly.
Vic and I were really good friends. If you want to look him up, his name is Vic Henley. V-I-C Henley, Henley. He did a Tonight Show appearance, and you can see this bit on there. But he talks about driving around in the country, and he also have it for sports is NASCAR. And the call-in radio show people just call in and yell out numbers
Like a driver's number.
6 for the driver's number. And I happened to be watching that video, one like it, of Vic when he returned, or when he called me the first time. And so that number 6 thing's always really funny. Plus, I'm crazy over Jeremiah Smith and
Who's 4, not 6.
yeah.
But so unfortunately, as will happen to all of us at one point in our lives,
yours might be coming sooner than later.
Vic unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
So as, I guess, an homage, I have no idea what that is.
Well, might be Vic going, stop talking about me.
As an homage, like it started out with Rene, and she would just yell out 6, which I think used to be Dale Earnhardt's number, I think.
I think so too.
And so we just got in the habit of occasionally just yelling 6.
6!
And then once we started watching Ohio State, it became more random. And come last Saturday, the Ohio State-Michigan game, we were just screaming numbers to the point where I was hoarse the rest of the day Saturday and all day Sunday.
Yeah, once he quit deciding what house he was literally at one point trying to decide whether it was going to be worth driving me the 800 miles to unload me.
Oh, it was definitely worth it.
And this all because he doesn't want to watch the championship game with me.
No, I want to watch the championship game with you if Ohio State's way ahead or if I've roofied you. By the way, I would never roofie anyone. That was a joke. Valium at most.
And it is kind of funny because we had, first time since I've been here, some real rain over the last few days.
Talk about a segue. What the hell? What?
Well, because my sinuses started going crazy. And the other night I said to him, this is only the second time I've had to take Benadryl since I've been here. And I go, I think I'm going to take a Benadryl. And he goes, now? And I said, well, yeah. And he goes, good night.
And then I threw a party and invited people over, and we laughed and danced and drank.
Because he knows half of a Benadryl.
It's a friend of yours.
And it's 15 minutes later, I'm out cold. And apparently we were making videos in my sleep.
Oh my God. I'm watching something like the A-Team, and she springs up from a deep sleep. She's like, I love the video. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. The video. I love the video. I'm like, dude, while you were sleeping, I watched the movie Elf with Will Ferrell, and now I'm watching the A-Team. And she goes, oh. And then she fell back asleep. That was it. So I have no idea what the hell you're
And by
about.
the way, let's just talk about this. Mr. Macho watching the Elf. What else did we watch?
Well, let me tell you why I like the Elf. And it's not the Elf, it's Elf. But whatever.
Well, people think it's Ohio State too, and it's the Ohio State.
Okay, so there's an actor in Elf. I think his name is like Peter Dinklage or something like that. I think. He would be like a modern day Billy Barty.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And he's a really good actor. He's a very good actor. And so he plays this children's book author savant. And he gets called in at the last minute to do some consulting, but he's got a very bad attitude, and he's egotistical, and he wants this limo with the limo at like 71 degrees, not a degree more or less. And he's just really very, very difficult and very high priced. And so he shows up for this meeting, and it's with James Caan, who plays Will Ferrell's dad, and some other of the people. So Will Ferrell, who grew up in the North Pole with Santa, looks at Peter Dinklage. He goes, "Oh, a Christmas elf," and he goes, "Dude, I'm not an elf. I'm an author." And he's like, "Does Santa know that you're, visiting from the North Pole?" And he's like, "Look, I get more action in a week than you'll ever get." And he goes, "Ooh, an angry elf," right? And so they're kind of fighting, and the guy goes, "You make one more elf comment, and like there's going to be hell to pay." And so Will Ferrell makes another comment, and
Oh, gee, I know people like that.
Peter Dinklage gets on the desk and he goes running across the desk, and he like drop kicks
I
Will
know
Ferrell.
all of that. I saw it while you
I'm
were
just saying
watching.
that
While
that's
you were watching it, I was totally in tune with
that's
it.
what I love about the movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
Let's talk about the movie that we watched that we both really enjoyed.
Which
That
one?
really surprised me that you would have picked it.
Which one?
Pitch Perfect.
There's parts of it that are funny. It's a horrible movie. And first of all, I would. Yeah.
Did you think of it?
In my defense, I was gonna.
Whee! Where's my wheel?
I was-
I swore I would never do a podcast without it. We should have brought it
I was gonna make the accusation that I watched Pitch Perfect at gunpoint.
in. And then you realize you'd already used that.
That's already been used.
And you're having a hard time thinking of an excuse.
But no, so
Excuse of the fly.
with Pitch Perfect, they have an a cappella band by the name of the Sockapellas. And everyone knows I'm a sucker for sock puppets. I'm a sucker for that. So we ended up watching. She had never seen it. I'm trying to catch Rene up on movies because she's never seen a movie before. She's seen this is the extent up until July when she got here. She has seen The Bodyguard with Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston. She has seen
like 80 times.
Pretty Woman with Gerard Depardieu or whatever. What's his name? Richard Gere.
And Julia Roberts.
And Gerard Depardieu. The Bodyguard, Pretty Woman, and I think
Dave.
Dave. Yeah.
The American President. We
And the
watched that.
American
Oh, that was a beautiful one. Didn't
That
you
was
love it?
delightful. That was a great movie. It was watchable. It wasn't, it wasn't.
Don't act like you're all big and bad when you go. How many times? Let's just tell the truth. How many times did we have to look for Pitch Perfect because we weren't getting good reception on the
Well, no,
channel?
we had to keep like rebooting because it wasn't coming in properly. But I thought that would be a movie because she enjoys music, and she seems like she enjoys movies. And I thought, well, this has
and
both.
this one was particular because if you thought I was going to forget that we watched this one on podcast day, of course, then he gives me my choice for last night's movie. And we watched another Kevin Costner.
Oh, right.
Oh, what was the Denzel one?
Denzel. That was supposed to be an inside voice. So as it turns out, the Rene, huge fan of Denzel Washington.
I love Denzel.
Or as we like to call him, Denzel. So
we don't call him that.
So we have seen since Renee's been here, we've seen The Equalizer, Equalizer 2,
both really good movies.
Unstoppable with Chris Pine. And then there was a movie in, I think, the 60s called The Magnificent Seven, and they did a remake of it with Denzel.
That was really good.
And Chris Pratt, not Chris Pine, but Chris Pratt, and Vincent D'Onofrio, and Ethan Hawke, and a few other people. And so we watched it, and she enjoyed that as well. So, but the movie that she's talking about with Kevin Costner is called 3 Days to Kill. 3 Days to Kill.
The only thing I didn't like about the movie, but was it had Amber Heard in it, who is Johnny Depp's ex-wife.
All I could see watching Amber Heard in that movie was I could just imagine her squatting on some man's bed, going.
And if you don't know the story, when Amber and Johnny Depp, there was a recent lawsuit that she filed against him, and he wound up winning, which
Yeah.
is really unusual.
Don't forget, you're going to be out of frame. You're out of frame. It's not my fault.
Well,
You can't be at an angle. Like, why are you angling?
Because my neck was tired.
Well, don't look at me. Look at them. I'll just know you're talking to me. Here, watch this. Hey, Renee, what's going on?
Gee, you did that without anybody's hand running up your ass, making your legs move.
If you did that, I could be part of the Sacapella group. Don't look at me, look at them. That way your neck won't hurt.
So what were we talking about?
So Amber Heard.
Oh, yeah. Amber Heard sued Johnny Depp for blah, blah, blah. It was all a bunch of made up stuff. It was on court TV. Everybody covered it. And at some point it came out that she actually took a duty in their bed.
Can't you just say like a dump like most normal people? Dude. Really? Okay, don't look at me. She took a dump on the bed, and
it came out in court, not the duty, but
the dump came out on the bed, and the discussion of it came out in court.
Yeah, it was jaw-dropping.
So I'm a guy, right? Guy to guy, right? So you always know that when you're dating someone, the same for women, when they date someone, that the person you're seeing was most likely seeing someone before you, and whatever that breakup is all about, the ex thinks that she's horrible. Now you or he's horrible, whoever, but you have fallen in love with that person and you think it's fine, and clearly it's the ex's fault or whatever. But like when you're together, you can't understand how the ex would have let him go because you think they're amazing. But like if you're thinking about dating a girl and you find out that in a fit of anger she pooped on the bed on purpose, I mean, I get if like she was getting ready for a colonoscopy and took the medicine and didn't get out of bed on time. Fair enough. But if she's like, I'm so angry, watch what's going to happen, and she poops on the bed, like, is that the girl you want to date? Like when Johnny Depp and her ended their relationship, I could kind of see her not ever again being in a relationship if people know her past.
Well, after watching that movie that Kevin Costner was so good in, I can kind of see her never being asked to act in a movie too.
Wait,
she sucked.
Couple things. Jimmy Leonard wrote, this week's game is the most important, obviously, because again, it's going to be for the Big Ten championship. Then he wrote, she is from Wilmington. Who's the she? Are we talking Amber Heard's from Wilmington or someone else? Took a duty, D-U-T-Y, he wrote with an LOL. And finally, she was a nutcase. Well, again,
Amber Heard isn't from Wilmington, is she?
If you knew that you were thinking about dating a woman who, when she lost her temper, she also lost her bowels intentionally on your bed, would that still be a potential date for you?
No.
That'd be a no. That'd be a
hard no.
That'd be a really hard no. No. Where are you going? Oh my God. Dude, you have like 10 more minutes where you have to be in frame. Then you can do whatever you want.
Well, no.
Renee when she said duty. Yeah, as opposed to D-O-O-D-Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pronounced a hard T.
Duty.
That's why you can't go wrong with she took a dump. I mean, if you had to settle, you could say she did a number 2, but really, it's like it's a show for 18 and over. She took a dump. Anyway, that's not, and I've made some relationship bad decisions. Don't get me wrong. Again, this is Jimmy Leonard. Again, I'm from Wilmington too.
I'm from Wilmington and said duty. Yeah.
All right. Oh, Ryan. Oh,
Oh.
so I've made some horrible relationship choices.
Are we gonna start reading my text messages?
Well, not on purpose. When I saw it, I was like, oh hey. But even I know if it's out in the public sphere that a woman I'm thinking about asking out is a pooper, but on purpose, not that she has a medical problem, unless it's a like medical problem. But I'm not intentionally dating an intentional pooper.
Okay, can we go back to talking about the movies now?
Oh, did I get sidetracked?
Just for the last 35, 40 minutes.
I feel very strongly about that. You poop in my bed on purpose and we're done. That's a hard and fast rule.
I know. The dog told me as soon as I got here, be careful.
There
you go. He's funny.
That's one of those black and white rules. There's no gray area. See, what you guys don't know is we have a meeting before the show. And when I say we have a meeting, we stood in the kitchen and talked over soup. I'm making soup. I'm not happy with it just yet, but I'm hoping it comes out better.
And Tina, if you're going to ask if we're filming it, well, no, because one of us goes, no, I don't want to film it.
Well, because I didn't know how it'd come out.
I'm not in the mood. And I go, all right. But when it comes out, perfect. You're going to be sorry.
We took the chicken carcass both right side up and upside down, and we threw it in a stock pot, and we're making bone broth. Or chicken broth. We're making broth. Your phone is active tonight, man.
I know. Well, that's interesting because we've had a lot of work coming in too. We today got the link, the tickets to your sale.
Oh, which one? For which thing?
Winter Haven, the historic Ritz in Winter Haven. In April, you were supposed to put it on your website today, but I don't think you got around to that.
I think you psychically told me, but you didn't verbally tell me.
No, I think I put it in an email to you.
Oh, I didn't. I don't read email.
What?
I don't read email. I didn't read email today. I meant to read the email and I was busy doing stuff. I was at the doctor. I was having I was at the doctor. I was at the doctor.
By defense.
I was at the doctor.
Yeah. You were at the doctor. What kind of doctor were you at?
I was dealing with a broken bone in my ear. Hey, fun fact. It turns out that I've known this now for a short time. I have a broken bone in my left ear, just past the eardrum. And as it turns out,
it's apparently poking at your brain occasionally.
I break. This is Jim Leonard again. You know how Steve Martin breaks up with his girlfriend. I break with me. I break with C. I break with C. And then I throw dog poopy on her shoes. I have no idea what that means. Do you?
I don't know.
Wow.
Jim Leonard, we're going to have to get together.
I'm reading it word for word. And he does say spell check sucks at the end. But what about, like, do you have idea check? Because I'm not sure.
That's why people don't ask us questions. What's going on over here?
Jim Leonard is back over here. Kim Knopf Hawkins is watching.
Kim Current.
Yeah. It's an old line of Steve Martin in the stand-up comedy. Oh, I did not know. I've never watched Steve Martin as a comic. actually. I saw him do that King Tut dance song thing. That was about it, I think. Oh, that's another thing we watched. We watched a Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Martin Short movie,
Oh yeah, we did
The
watch
Three
that.
Amigos.
And that's all because why?
Well, there's a song called My Little Buttercup.
And how does it go?
I'm not singing it.
Do you want me to roll that beautiful bean footage? Because come to find out, when you did sing it, I had my camera
Yeah,
rolling.
you really are so annoying with your ability to have your camera available at all times. My little buttercup has the sweetest smile. Dear little buttercup, stay with me a while. It's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie. It's like a guilty pleasure. It's got a lot of funny scenes, but not a good movie. That's my critique. There's a lot of movies I really, really like. Not that they're good movies; they have funny scenes.
Yeah. And we do enjoy it. And I haven't watched a lot of movies. What was the one with 47?
Oh, Hitman 47. I think Hitman 47.
Oh, that one was a good one too. It was a little hard to follow because it's all bald white guys
That are
wearing
all,
the same suit, kind of.
and they're all killers.
And they're all, yeah.
But Agent 47, Hitman 47. I think it's Hitman. It's got to be Hitman.
Yeah. But the one with Kevin Costner last night was really good.
Next up is going to be Erased with Aaron Eckhart, which is a little bit similar to 3 Days to Kill in that it's a CIA guy who ends up killing a lot of people and trying to figure out what's going on, who has a father-daughter relationship, but in a very healthy way, in a good way. So
well, I'm looking forward to that.
That's next up.
Because you do pick good movies. I've enjoyed all of them.
I've had a couple clinkers, but mostly they've been pretty good. I don't remember which one, but I know there was one or two where like,
yeah, but it's not like you found them. No, this is research for some of the projects we want to do.
That's true.
I mean, I do want to advance from putting football uniforms on dogs.
I am actually really excited about 2026. We have sort of the framework put together for our production company, but we were waiting, I think, intentionally, we're waiting for the first of the year to really get those gears moving. And I'm anticipating 2026 to be a lot of fun, and not just a live stage show doing hypnosis and also Road Comics Adventures live on stage, but actually also
We're Not Dead Yet tour.
We're Not Dead Yet tour, but also doing
kind of in honor of Vic and several of the comics.
It is amazing how many comics we both have known that are sadly no longer with us.
Yeah, it's very funny because the first couple of weeks we were talking, and I think I said to you at one point, "Oh, Vic Henley, blah blah blah," and you go, "Oh, I work with Vic."
Yeah,
and I go, "Yeah," and you go, "Well, where is he now?" And I go, "Oh, he's dead,
not with us."
Yeah, and well, as comics, let's just tell the truth, dead.
Well, dead.
Yeah, and then somebody else came up, and I said to
you, it was like a week or better
of everybody. It was the Dead Comics tour.
Every phone call was the Dead or Alive phone call. It almost got to be just a weird, not a game, but just a weird conversation that we really had no idea. Like, she knew her group of friends that had passed away, and I knew my group, and so we were comparing notes. It was a very macabre conversation, or multiple conversations,
multiple times. But anyway, so I love it because I told him I want to write an article with AARP, because you talk about us starting after the first of the year. I was retired, and you weren't retired, but you weren't actively seeking out new venues and doing things.
I just got tired. I got tired of fighting the business
fighting the
battle.
machine.
Yeah, I mean, I love being on stage, love doing my show, love audiences. I don't love the business. The business I find to be a grind.
Well, that's why I left.
Yeah.
The things that were a grind, that were a real grind. So for two people in their 60s, and I know we're in our 60s, you know how I know?
I'm 40.
Well, no, you're not, because your son pointed out, we're not, you're not in your 40s.
No.
Yeah, thanks, Mr.
He's
Reality.
he shouldn't be talking like that.
And my kid, I don't think you guys should be doing your own stunts.
By the way, Jimmy Leonard asked about the TV show Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. We have both watched the first season. Now, I was awake for the first season. Rene watched a couple minutes of a few episodes.
I have some issues with trying to stay awake when the TV's on.
That's why I put on things like Pitch Perfect, because I know if it catches her attention, it's likely, if it's Denzel, she's going to stay awake. If it's something that's like sort of weird women stuff.
See, you're trying to make it sound like you didn't want to watch Pitch Perfect.
I wanted to watch it for you, but for realsies. I swear to you, I'm not kidding. I thought you.
Well, that was really sweet.
I thought you would like it.
I did like it.
Well, I thought you would. Mayor of Kingstown, I don't know. But anyway, Landman, I thought it was good. I have some very weird critiques about the photography and about the editing that I did not like at all. I like the story, like the acting.
I had problems with Landman because the jumping around that they do with shots, where it would have been a smoother one camera shot than a two camera, and the slicing it back and forth almost made me crazy. It gave me headaches.
I didn't like the cinematography, and I couldn't stand the editing. But a good story, good acting. I like Billy Bob Thornton. He's a weird enough guy and a good actor. So, but I didn't love the way they made it. Just me. And Mayor of Kingstown, I don't know. I don't know.
What is the one we watched about the religious stuff?
Oh, the Righteous Gemstones.
We watched some of that.
That's with John Goodman, I think.
Yes.
And oh gosh, who's the guy? He plays the same character in everything. I can picture him. I can't think of his name. But
well, see, you say that, but look at the stuff I was pointing out about Kevin Costner.
Oh my gosh. So just in The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston, and then also in 3 Days to Kill with Connie Nielsen as his wife, he actually plays similar characters, and there's a few scenes where he actually does the exact same things.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you can explain what they are.
I said, yeah.
No.
If you've watched The Bodyguard, the part where he gets shot trying to save her, Whitney Houston, from being shot, and he's laying on the ground, he does that exact same scene.
In 3 Days to Kill.
In 3 Days to Kill.
Yeah.
And it's like that. And there's a part where he is looking at his wife, and you can see that's exactly the exact same scene that came out of The Bodyguard.
When he was walking through the crowd, much like when he was walking through the Emmys, Oscars, Grammys, whatever it was. Yeah. So, I mean, just, interesting things. It doesn't matter. It's something that Rene might notice, or I might notice. But Bodyguard, she liked it. It was watchable. 3 Days to Kill, we both liked.
Finally stopped going halfway through it.
Oh, Ben Hamill's watching.
Hey, Ben, how are you? Good to see you.
I just want to go on record as saying that other than Daddy-O, who I know, and
Mark.
Mark Majori, who hasn't been on watching for a long time, but it seems like of most of the people who watch live are people who know the Rene. So thank you very much for your support.
Oh, I'm so grateful for the support. I know Ben, for example, we go back 10, 15 years to the Winter Circle.
I've heard of that place.
I know. We may have had a couple of cocktails together. Jimmy Leonard and I go back to high school.
Wow.
He's much older than I am.
I don't think that's probably true, is it?
He's a little older than I am.
Is he?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
What do I know? I don't know nothing. I think he's a pilot.
Yes.
That's all I know.
He's a pilot, and now he's retired, and he rides his motorcycle all over.
He rides his motorcycle. Jimmy Leonard, what kind of motorcycle you got?
I showed you pictures.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh. Remind me what kind of pictures I looked at.
I'm sorry, there wasn't an a cappella band behind you, so he had no interest.
Oh wait, that's me.
You can't.
That's me.
I know.
I'm not taking it.
Well, if you're gonna read my text messages.
Well, a BMW. Oh, nice. K1600. For years I had Harleys and loved them. I had 3. I had a Softail, a Dyna Wide Glide, and a Road King. They were all amazing. I didn't love the Road King. It was too much bike for me. It was too big. It was more cumbersome than it was fun to ride. Liked the Softail a lot, but absolutely loved the Dyna Wide Glide. And I had those from like 1996 to about 2006. And believe it or not, when my son was born, I got rid of my motorcycles. And to this day, I miss riding every day. I miss every day, but I've never regretted selling them because when I became a dad, I made some different choices. What? Trying to sound all kinds of responsible.
You sound all kinds of. You are all kinds of responsible. You're a little crazy, but responsible. Which brings us back to a subject I was talking about earlier, that we're starting new chapters of our lives in our 60s.
Right. I thought you were going to talk about bed pooping, but no, we are starting.
Always the big help you are.
That wasn't a segue. That was a callback.
But I find it more and more interesting because people are like, what are you guys doing? We don't know. We're playing this by ear. We are flying by the seat of our pants and loving it. This is something I wouldn't have done 20 years ago. First of all, I couldn't have done it because I had small kids I was raising.
Right.
But, we're just looking at life. We're looking at comedy different. We're to the place now where there are a lot of clubs that go, well, what about this and what about that? And we're like, either you want us or you don't. We don't care. Moving on.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, we would love for clubs to embrace our show. But if they don't, they don't. You know what? There's a lot of clubs out there, and maybe we're not for everyone, and that's fine. But it's just nice to get to the point in your career and in your life where you're not going to just bang your head against the wall trying to get, a gig that's never going to be forthcoming.
It was great today. I talked to a theater that's a very small theater, way too small for his show, but perfect for the road comics adventures. And they are like so grateful we're even considering them. And I go, I just have to put something together. So if you guys know anybody in the North Carolina area that book a comedy club or a theater or country club or whatever, send their name my way, because I'm looking to put stuff around that area, North Carolina, because if we can get 3 or 4 gigs in a row, it pays us to go to that place.
Right, which I want to go. She told me briefly about them, and they sounded like wonderful people. And their venue's a little bit small, but that's okay. You know what? That's okay. It'll be
That's
fun.
okay. If we pack it in around other people, we can do it.
Yep.
And that's what I like with this. You and I are not hanging on one night of comedy, which I used to have to do when I was working.
Right.
And we're just not going to do it anymore. If it's someplace we don't want to work, we go in. No.
I won't say where, but I will admit to there are places now around the country that I'd prefer not to go. And it's nice to be able to do that where you go, I want to go to these places. I'd rather not go to those places. And you can just go ahead and work your schedule around that. And you don't have to take every gig, for fear that you'll never see another one. And because you've got a bill to pay that absolutely needs paying right away. So it's nice to have a little bit of flexibility.
Yeah. And I couldn't do this by myself. Couldn't do it without my partner.
That's very nice.
The other thing is, I hate to brag about you after the whole bed pooping stuff and
it's a friend
and everything you've talked about tonight, but as much as we love being on Facebook,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And YouTube, he has managed to get us on Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, and Apple. Any place where you get podcasts, you can now find.
Yeah, some of the major, like where you find most podcasts, or many places where people go for podcasts.
Right.
Where they're, and again, it wasn't. I mean, everybody and their mother can get on all of these different platforms. We just didn't realize we could, didn't realize how to do it, didn't think it was worth like checking into. And lo and behold, we decided we have like 24, 25, 26 episodes in the can, as they say in the biz. And we decided, it's like, let's see if we can't find like a wider audience. We love our core audience. We love all y'all. See, we live in the South, so we can say all y'all. But see if we can't also expand our reach a little bit.
I'm begging you, please like us, subscribe, because our subscription on YouTube doesn't cost anything. It's just a follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, any place we are. If you follow us or you like our stuff, any interaction actually helps our algorithm and pushes us. And so they'll show it to more people. We want to build up a following, basically, so when we go out to clubs, now we have a built-in audience that comes to see us.
So y'all will always be, our favorites.
Oh my God, you are pitiful. Pitiful.
But you know what? I think everyone is always looking for, that core group that they really connect with, which y'all, especially with the Rene. But then also,
it's funny because he has his diehard fans, and I love that because I have my diehard. Neither one of us like to call them fans, but like I know people by name, just like you do.
Right.
There are a lot of comics that couldn't tell you anything about it. That's the one thing I loved about the business. I felt like I had a whole family out there.
Right.
That's why let's talk about some of our gigs coming up.
Okay. But we are looking to, if you could share our stuff or subscribe. And again, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, iHeart, YouTube. We're also looking to expand so we have more of a reach around the country. I shouldn't say a reach around. We're wanting to have more of a reach throughout the country. You don't want to reach around. That sounds naughty.
Yeah, but these mushrooms aren't going to eat themselves. It's okay.
Something like that.
and putting tattoos on them. Not a problem.
So, we have upcoming gigs, and we're going to talk about those, which are
First of all, maybe we should have checked the dates. January 8th.
Kearney, Nebraska, the World Theater.
That's a beautiful place.
I'm very excited about
And
that.
we're going to be also, one of the things we've been working on since we've been home is our social media. Wait till you see the upcoming events part of our social media. You're going to be surprised at some of it. I've been using AI.
That I don't know about.
Yeah.
All right.
You're going to love it. You want to get out your calendar?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have not been, personally, I've not been to Nebraska in years. I had great shows and a lot of fun. One of the places I went to in Nebraska, believe it or not, a very small town, a fairly small town by the name of O'Neill, Nebraska. I worked there years ago. Great people, a lot of fun. It was a hoot. So let's see, January 8th, which is a Thursday, the World Theater in Kearney, Nebraska.
That's correct. Then we go to the end of January, which is
I'm looking.
in Smyrna.
Oh, okay. On the 30th, which is a Friday, let's see, in Smyrna, Tennessee, the Station Theater,
That would be correct.
which is near Nashville.
Oh, and it's this is one of those historic, beautifully restored theaters.
Right.
The Station is amazing.
February 1st, a Sunday, we're going to be at the Crescent Theater in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, and let me tell you about the Crescent. See, the advantage I have over Flip is I'm the one making the marketing calls, and I get to have the relationship with the people at the theater before he does. The guys, there are two guys that took over this old movie theater and have turned it into an amazing live performance theater. The Crescent is going to be off the hook. If you know people in Mobile, send them out. All of these we're talking about right now are all the hypnosis shows. These are all Flip. I'll be working the sound and lights, probably.
Right.
I'd say probably.
Well, if you stay awake long enough, you will.
Well, we're in different time zones.
I'm not going to discuss it, but we've marked out some time for some possible work in Florida, and we'll just have to wait and see if that pans out or not. We don't know, but we're
Well, wait. Well, a lot of work in Florida.
Yeah.
But look at March 6th. Where are we March 6th?
March 6th. Ooh. Oh.
See why I looked at you like, what the?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Ah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
March 6th, the Firehouse Cultural Center.
Now say it again the way I say it to you.
Firefox.
No, I love this place. This is the Firehouse Cultural Center in Ruskin.
No, Bradenton.
Bradenton. Well, it's really in Ruskin.
Oh. That's in Florida, kids.
It's in Ruskin. That is not a hypnosis show.
Oh, that is going to be the first ever Road Comics Adventures live.
At least it'll be the first one we do in that area.
Right.
Because there are some people in the Midwest who are asking me for our show.
And we're actually still, even though it's December, we're still looking at dates for a couple possibilities in January and February.
Yeah. But I'm so excited about that Firehouse show. I love those people. That was the second to last show I did before I retired. And those people are crazy. You will love them. And they will love you too. And I'm very thankful that the clubs that love me love you already.
I'm very excited. And
okay. And grateful. On March 8th, we are doing a private gig in Fort Myers.
Do I have that written down? March 8th? I do.
And why is that one important?
March 8th, believe it or not, is the catalyst for Rene and I developing a friendship. Because she was contacted by someone who's looking to book a show, having not spoken to Rene since 1990. In February, I believe the 16th of this year, Rene sent me an email to which I immediately phoned her back.
Boy, wasn't I happy.
You were not, and we've been talking since. So that particular gig, which again is March 8th, in near the Fort Myers area.
Right. It is in Fort Myers. And also Fort Myers is another area where I used to have a huge following. But the comedy club that I used to work is no longer there anymore. It's sold.
Right.
So if any of you know any place in Fort Myers, please let me know, because I'm going to find some place for us to work.
That'd be a hoot.
In Fort Myers. So we're also looking at that. Then we leave Fort Myers, and where do we go?
Well, March 12 through 15, which is Thursday through Sunday, we're going to be in Arlington, Virginia.
And we also hope to do another gig in Virginia. Arlington, Virginia is your shows.
Right.
The other one that we hope to be working in Newport News shortly after that.
Oh, that's right.
Will be our shows.
Very exciting. So again, we're still putting a 2026 calendar together. We've got more dates that are on the books. You can always check dates on my website, which is fliporley.com. And then under the tour tab, we have both shows, my show and our shows. So mine will say like Flip Orley Live, and our show will say Road Comics Adventures Live, I believe. So you can differentiate which date is for which show.
Yeah, you got to do one more though, because I'm really excited about that one.
The April one?
Mm-hmm.
April
17th.
17th. Oh, I have that. Oh, the historic Ritz in Winter Haven, Florida is on Friday the 17th of April. Very, very excited.
And the tickets went on sale today.
Today. And they're going to go on my website tomorrow. As will they also be posted on Facebook and some of the other social media sites we're on.
Yes. So you didn't know I sent you?
I didn't check email today. I was at the doctor.
Oh, you weren't at the doctor all day?
No, but I had a traumatic meeting at the doctor. Daddy-o there. He said, "Hola, señor."
Hey, Daddy-o.
¿Cómo está?
I believe you are out west, aren't you?
Sí. He said, "Hola." I'm going with a theme here.
Yeah, well, I remember hearing remember when we were in Fort Lauderdale and you called. See what? Once again, I always have my phone near me.
So I called a Cuban.
No. You're not gonna screw this story up. So we're sitting in my hotel room, and we usually hang out in my room because the dog he lets me keep the dog when we're on the road because for my protection. So we're hanging out in my room, and he goes, I really want, since we're in South Florida, we should have Cuban coffee. Let me make some calls. Well, all right.
As an aside, when we were offered the gig, we were in North Carolina, and we were asked if we could dip down
into Florida,
into South Florida. And I said, South Florida, probably gonna be able to get some Cuban coffee. I love Cuban coffee. I adore Cuban coffee. And I said, I'm willing to take the gig knowing that we're going to get Cuban coffee.
Are you done now? So he's sitting on the couch. I'm over at the table and chairs, and he's got it on speakerphone. and I thank God for this every day.
That was my first mistake.
He starts speaking to them in Spanish, or what he believed to be Spanish. And the girls on the other end of the phone are laughing.
We couldn't tell if they were laughing or not because it was in Spanish.
Oh, trust me, they were laughing. But it didn't deter you at all because you kept talking to them in Spanish. And the more he talked to them, the more they laughed.
I just wanted to get the message across that I wanted to find out, did they serve Cuban coffee and did they do it to go? I didn't know how to say to go. That was the problem.
And how did you say Cuban coffee?
I think I said Cubano. I don't
say it. No. Say it the way you said it to them.
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, Cubano.
Cubano. Like I didn't say coffee-o.
Daddy-o is the closest to Spanish that he's gotten.
I think I said Cubano Cafe, maybe. I think. I don't know.
But it's funny. And
Jamie Leonard, buenos noches.
Which means?
Good night.
Oh, you going to bed, Jimmy?
Buenos dias is good day.
Uh-huh.
Buenos tardes. I think
see, that's kind of the way you said the coffee. And here's how we're going to know exactly the way you said it. Because I have it on video.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
Here's the funny thing. For somebody, you always do these very odd impressions of me.
They're not odd. They're spot on.
No, I do a spot on impression of you.
No, they're spot the F on. That's spot on. That's spot on.
3, 2, 1.
Knock it off.
I do it perfectly. It surprised you the first time you heard me.
I don't like it at all. I don't like it one bit.
I know.
So anyway, but I did get the point across. They may have laughed at me, but they did have Cubano Cafe, and it was delicious, and it was worth going to Fort Lauderdale for.
It was, and we hope to go back because I made, I made some good friends there.
You did. You make friends everywhere you go. I meet people. The Rene makes friends. There's a huge difference.
Well,
there's a big difference.
Well, yeah, but you know what's great about us
is that you make friends and I get to be a coattail writer.
Well, I like it because my people are really good people and they just accept you because you're my friend. You're going to be their friend too. We got Book Bag Becky. Look at her. Look at Book Bag Becky.
Oh, you wanted to bring it Book Bag Becky. You did it just so I could say her name like that, right?
Yeah.
Book Bag
we love Becky.
Yeah.
I hope you go to my Facebook page and see they actually covered her on the news in Cincinnati. It was a really good article.
Very nice.
She does great things. I got my friend Steve Eric. Steve, when we get to Florida in March, my friend, we are coming to visit you. And I think it's very cool. While you and I are more loners, Steve has opened up his home every year for as long as I can remember to anybody that needed a place to go to Thanksgiving to be with friends and family. And even though, he's going through chemo and everything else to treat his cancer, he still did the big Thanksgiving and everybody showed up and they had a great time according to the pictures.
Oh, that's lovely. Very nice.
Steve's very special, but we have a lot of gigs in the works. It's putting them down, and a lot of them we're waiting to make sure that they fit into a schedule. The one thing we're trying not to do is zippity-doo-dah all over the country back and forth. We don't want to live in a car. We enjoy our life. We want to live it more casually and more purposefully.
Well, and also, I mean, it's hard enough to do in summer. But during winter, like I don't want to be zipping around the country because with snowstorms and ice and this thing and that deal, I don't want to be in a hurry to get anywhere. I want to be able to drive safely and take my time and make sure we have plenty of time to get where we're going.
Yeah, and thank God, traveling with you, I can wear the same clothes in the winter that I wore all summer because we travel in a meat locker.
Well, we travel with a 75 pound with a 75 or less pound German Shepherd, and she needs it a little bit chilly in the car. So I do it for her.
There were times she was wearing a jacket.
You're sounding a bit selfish to me.
Hey, Renee, can I borrow your pants? Is what Storm was saying to me several times.
By the way, Daddy, if you're still there, would you embrace the Renee the same way her friends have embraced me? So at least we have some reciprocity. Oh, Jimmy Leonard. Que tengan una gran noche. Oh, Jimmy Leonard, no sé.
You better get out your trip. Remember when we first started talking, and I used to send
You
you
do say that in
messages
French. It
Yeah.
was annoying.
You have loved it. You thought it was
Okay.
adorable.
Tang.
Hey, Storm, stop licking your feet.
Una gran. I know gran is big, I think.
So here's something that I think is funny.
Noche.
Want to hear what I think is funny? Remember how funny I thought it was when I was sending you to Nebraska
Yeah.
in January? And that was before I decided to travel with you.
Yeah, way less funny now, isn't it?
Yeah, especially since I woke up here and went outside and it was 33 degrees today. How long was I outside?
Oh, you're outside 10 minutes. Have a nice night from the Jimmy Leonard.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy Leonard.
And Daddy-O said, come to Arizona and we can meet up. Casey, his lovely wife, and I would love to meet the Renee.
Oh, that's really sweet, Daddy-O. He has told me about you and Casey, and I would love to meet you too. Yeah. You sound like beautiful people, and
they're wonderful people.
Yeah. And
I've even met some of their kids. Their kids could not be nicer, although they've told their daughters to keep a fair amount of distance.
Imagine my surprise. So not only are you lovely, you're also very smart people.
Hey, we've been at it for a while. What do you think?
How long?
$1.30.
Really?
$1.30.
Wow, that went by quick. How come I can stay awake when I'm talking to you with them, and it seems like I can't stay?
Daddy-O, not only have I hypnotized his lovely wife, Casey.
That's right. Oh, you told me about that.
I have also, you reminded me, I did know that, but I forgot. I've also hypnotized one of their lovely daughters.
How nice.
But they trusted her on stage. It's a friend. They trusted her on stage with me because they know that I do not use my powers for evil.
No, because who else in this room has been hypnotized?
Daddy-O, she could rival Casey for dropping like a rock. Yeah, I mean that in the best way possible. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So
I actually I had not been using the hypnosis for a while.
Right.
Until a couple of nights ago, and I decided to do Benadryl and hypnosis on the same night.
There's a 1-2 punch.
That's why I'm sitting up going, that was a wonderful video. I was shooting video all night.
Right. Let's see. Another friend of yours is on.
Who?
I hope I don't pronounce her name incorrectly. Naniki?
Uh-huh.
Is that
my
correct?
California friend. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm so glad you joined us. You've been showing beautiful photos on your Facebook page too. So the other thing is like, share, blah, blah,
subscribe,
blah, blah, blah.
subscribe. Help us out. We didn't invent the algorithm. We just have to play by those rules.
Yeah, and we suck at this. Please.
We want real people. We're not looking to buy bots. We don't want bots. We're not looking for the bots. I don't even know what that means.
I'm not sure what they
Well,
are.
I know people have bots, but I don't know how they
I
do
know
it.
bots are like fake accounts.
Yeah, well,
And we don't want to do that. We just want to do real shows with real people. We want to shoot stupid videos. And I mean, let's face it, you are like the treasure trove. I just didn't think I was going to be spending my 60s like this. And if I'm going to do it, let's go
balls
to
deep.
the wall. Yeah, I was going to go balls to the wall.
Well, deep. That's hipper.
Yeah, because I'm real concerned about that. But
That's a phrase.
and Daddy-O, we may be seeing you sooner than you think. Let's just put it that way.
We've been in discussions with some Arizona folk, and so it looks like we'll see if we can't make some stuff pan out. We'll see.
We'll see.
Life's a mystery.
It is for us anyway, because I don't own a map. I can't figure out the time change.
Yeah, she's the one who says that Wyoming is real close, but Arizona is way too far to book. So figure that one out.
Because it was this far on the map I was looking at.
Right.
I go, oh, look how close that is. See?
So anyway, it has been, as always, a pleasure. We did the last several weeks, the 24th episode. We did the 24th episode 5 times.
Because somehow we have lost track of the episodes. But because we're on Spotify, he is now getting everything in order and we will get the count right. We know we did our first show on May 31st.
Right. And so we've done, well, the last week was episode 24, the 5th. So we've actually decided that we're going to go ahead and make this the 25th episode. We're going to try to work it all out. But anyway, I'm taking everything that we've done since May 31st. And
there's one episode that's lost.
Yeah, episode 11, gone to the wind. No idea what happened.
We don't know what happened to it. And I hate that because that was my buddy Mike Rivera.
Yeah, lovely man. Very, very
great
nice
guy. Also a movie buff like you. You guys could talk movies all night.
Right. Well, he sleeps through them and gets. That's the other thing. Here's the deal. Here's a guy that Rene knows well. I've met virtually, and he gets thousands of views of him watching a movie where he has fallen asleep. Okay, so people are clicking in to watch him sleep through a movie. Can you help us find people who want to watch people who are that are awake?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Well, we're watching movies. What do I usually do?
Yeah, but I don't put it on the internet.
And wait, what do I usually do?
Or are you saying we should get another channel? I should video record you.
Well, I'm saying if you know that people will click on somebody sleeping through a movie, I have provided you with hours, literally hours, and you didn't go, hey, let me pick up the phone and record her sleeping.
Well, not that I want to steal Mike Rivera's idea, but please click in to watch our shows while we're awake or while the Rene is sleeping through a movie. We're full.
We're full service, man.
Full service entertainers. Awake or sleep.
Here's why I wouldn't mind you filming me while I'm sleeping, because I know how I sleep. I pull that blanket up and I usually only have one eye hanging out. And I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I also put one foot out, and I don't know why, but I always have one foot out from underneath the covers.
Please watch the Cyclops, Nanook the North, as she sleeps through every movie that I've ever wanted her to watch. There you go.
I didn't sleep through Pitch Perfect.
No, because again, they had Sockapella. Sockapella. Anywho, we are going to get out of here.
Don't you want to do a countdown again?
I did a countdown.
I know. Mm-hmm. I said again. That would mean that I saw you do it the first time.
For some reason, Rene likes to horn in on my countdown it.
I
By the way, Daddy, you wanted to know, are there actually people in Wyoming? Yes, there are.
there's I was dealing with a great guy out there who was running a theater who actually invited us to his ranch when we're there. And he raises cattle. And he said because of when we were going to be there in January, we could come out for calving. And I was really excited about that.
See, I was thinking he meant the noun where you get to see calves. He meant it as a verb.
And Flip goes, I don't want to, I don't want to.
I don't
Please
believe
don't make me.
I don't believe I want to see cattle as a verb.
And for those of you that don't understand what we're talking about, the cattle will be given birth. Probably while we're there.
I missed my own child's birth, right? And if I couldn't be there for that, I'm not going to watch like Betsy the cow plunk one out. Just not going to do it.
You're a charmer, you know that.
And before I get email,
Oh, please. You know what? We would be so happy if somebody emailed us. We are begging them to send email.
yeah, we actually put our email address.
You know why?
What?
Remember when we had to put the phone number for our business up on our Road Comics Adventures on Facebook?
I think
And
so.
the guy sent the pictures to
Oh,
me.
I do know about that.
And it either came from putting my number on Facebook or on LinkedIn. Because I'm on LinkedIn now.
Here's what's funny, kids. If you send pornography over electronic communication, the authorities actually care.
Well, especially when one of your friends is
in law enforcement.
Yeah.
And so there have been a couple times where Rene has said to someone, if you do X, I'm going to do Y, and Y has to do with contacting law enforcement. And they always chortle and they laugh. And now at least 2 of those conversations have led to 2 people either in jail and or prison. So I guess they're laughing a little bit less at the moment.
And both times I've put them on speakerphone because, around here at the house, we're on speakerphone all the time. And one time we were in the car when one of these guys called to scam me, and I said to him, I have a friend that works in
law
in
enforcement.
criminal justice. Yeah. And I said, I'm going to call him now and report your phone number. And he laughed. And Flip goes, he's hanging up and calling all of his friends. I go, oh, another one that thinks she knows people. And
as it turns out, I think he was apprehended same day.
35 minutes later, he was actually operating within a half an hour from the office of where my friend works.
And I mean, it wasn't just a friend doing a friend a favor. It was actually a very criminal enterprise that people had been bilking unsuspecting and innocent people out of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So
all on these phone scams.
So
that was
it was
funny.
A huge deal.
But what was funny, it was either the Facebook or the LinkedIn, because almost within hours after putting my phone number into those places, somebody sent me a picture of, let's call it a mushroom.
Yes. And although it didn't have the tattoo, this isn't going to eat itself on it. It could have. I mean, it could have.
And they sent it to me and said, do you like this? And at which I sent a text back going, do not contact me. I will send your picture to a friend of mine.
The proper authorities.
Yeah. He's trying to clean it up because he's afraid I'm getting ready to blurt it out.
Well, you know what? Blurters blurt. That's what they do. How big a dog do we have? I'm being 75 pounds or less.
And what do we drive?
We drive my car, which is really friendly towards animals.
I'm just trying to tattletale on you a little bit.
Stop it.
Do you mean ixnay?
Ixnay on the og day.
So when I said that, the guy kept sending me text messages. So I sent my friend, I forwarded him. And my friend said, do not delete these off your phone.
As it turns out, it's actually it's a fairly big crime.
Yeah.
And oftentimes when they apprehend whomever the individual is, they normally have multiple offenses, because it's usually not a first-time event. Usually it's a string of events because they have some bad habits.
But, he's like going, who does she think she is? Everybody thinks they know somebody in law enforcement. Yeah, go figure.
Now, if I ever prior to me and Rene knowing each other, if I were to ever say, I'm going to call someone in law enforcement, and you rolled your eyes, you would have been correct. Because I didn't, and I still don't know anyone.
Here's what's funny. Look at our Facebook page.
But I know someone who knows people.
First of all, every time we're out and about in public, and if there's a cop, what do I say?
Run up to them, you thank them for their service, you ask if you can take a picture, you tell me to get out my phone, and then I snap photos.
Well, you make it sound kind of like I'm bossy.
No, you're not bossy. You're enthusiastic.
That's somebody who doesn't want to sleep with one eye open.
No, you are a fan of law enforcement. You were involved in law enforcement and criminal justice for a good part of your adult life, and it's important to you.
It's important to me, and I like to show that.
Yeah.
And I like to show cops in good environments. We went to Richland County.
Had a great time. Lovely people.
Oh my God. A lot of times people are on TV and they're not the same people in person that they are on TV. I can tell you everybody. Danny Brown, Braylon Salmon, Bryce Hughes, of course, Addie Perez, that praline stealing cop.
By the way, for one of you who enjoys pralines in Richland County, belated happy birthday.
And the sheriff there is such a good guy and very active. Sheriff Lott. Go to Facebook or any place and look up Richland County Sheriff, South Carolina. Good guy, good people.
Right.
And as well as, like I said, we also got pictures of cops in Toccoa. Remember?
Yeah, Toccoa, Georgia.
Toccoa, Georgia, and also in Monroe, North Carolina.
Also correct.
And anytime. And Ocala, when my friend Tim Custis was with us.
100% true.
We got a picture with cops. So anybody that looks at my Facebook page and still decides to send me mushroom pictures.
Unclothed crotch shots.
That took you a couple of minutes, didn't it?
I got the point across, and it didn't use any words that were inappropriate.
That doesn't happen very often.
I know.
Daddy-o, I'm proud. I know you're proud too.
So anyway, it's just really funny. If I threaten you with something, chances are, if you roll your eyes, you're safe. If the Rene threatens you, you done wrong, and there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because I'm not afraid to use my friend's number.
Well, but you don't abuse it. That's the reason. I mean,
I don't.
For any little stupid thing that, like, someone would go, why did you make that call? You would never have made that call. But if it's an important, big, serious issue where it's not just you, but most likely others who have been harmed, you are more than willing to pass that information along to whomever you know that might be able to do something about it.
Well, you're right there.
Yeah.
So if you do want to send an email, I forget why that came up a while ago, and I don't know why I keep pointing over there like they're going to be able to tell what I'm pointing
Well,
at.
in Facebook, it's effingadorable@proton.me. I'll even read it. FING ADORABLE at Proton, which is PROTON.me. That's our email address.
Yes. And to the people in Wilmington, because we got friends from Wilmington on here.
Yep.
It does look like we are going to be booking a show in Wilmington. Hopefully to benefit both of the animal shelters in Wilmington. We're working on that. We don't have anything in stone, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes working.
Oh, I just realized you can stay on. I need to go. I am making some bone broth, and it's been on the stove.
Oh, no, if it goes the way of the beans where it boiled over,
That's not going to be pretty.
It's,
So anyway, I'm gonna. We're gonna get out.
Yeah, we're gonna get out.
Do you wanna,
I was just aggravating you for.
I've got bone broth.
I know, and
Deuces.
We're out of here, people.
Were
We
you
love
really?
you all. Thank you very much.
Were
for
you
being
just
here.
yakety yakking to aggravate me? I didn't think so. Anyway, it takes forever for this thing to end, but we're gonna end it.
Look how easy it is for me. I'm not an
slow connection.
idiot.
You can't do it. It won't let you. I'm gonna do it here on YouTube. Thank you for viewing.
If you do it on YouTube, you could go to
Bye.
jail.